Hello everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9 channel. So in this video, I am going to do this table chart for writing task 1. So first thing, what you are going to do with this writing task 1? Of course, this is read the question statement. Once here it will do, because this is not writing task 2. So in writing task 2, it is important to read 3-4 times, but here, as we know, this is the question. Here it is important to interpret or analyze these tables. Understand? So it is important to read it, just find out the things, analyze the things from the table. This is more important. So of course question is also more important, because we have to paraphrase the question statement in introduction. Okay, in writing task 1 it is introduction, so we will be paraphrasing the things. And okay, that's okay. Now what about the table? Table says sales of Fairtrade-labelled coffee and bananas. So they are talking about coffee and bananas sales, where Fairtrade-labelled. So in the year 1999 and 2004. Okay, so there are 2 years and there are 2 items, coffee and bananas, and here 5 countries. See, in question statement it was given 5 European countries. 5 countries are there, and of course UK, Switzerland, Denmark, Belgium, Sweden, and the same countries here. Okay, one more thing, they have given the definition of fair trade: a category of products for which farmers from developing countries have been paid an officially agreed fair price. Okay, so let's analyze the table. Let me just do it like that. Just a minute. So the most striking point first, so of course this the same thing we will just be doing with this table kind of thing. How we are going to do it? Let's look at the table. Let's interpret the table. So how? First of all, coffee, I know, we know it. There are 2 products, 5 countries, and 2 years, 1999 and 2004. Okay, so let's look at the coffee kind of thing. So of course information or data is given in millions of euros. Okay, so here what they are saying, UK 20 in 2004, 20 million, and 1.5 they sell. First they are talking about coffee, so it means sales kind of thing they are talking about these countries. So this is at the highest. So UK in selling coffee is at highest point. Okay, highest point means like here this country sold the maximum amount of coffee. Okay, and then of course after 20 it is 6, and here it is 3, and then these 3 countries. So everywhere we can see there is an increasement, there is an increasing trend towards 2004. What they were selling in 99, now what they were selling in 2004. So everything is increasing, no one is decreasing, right? So this is the highest country who is selling coffee in this, and the lowest you can say this Sweden. Right, now come to the bananas. What kind of bananas they are selling? So in bananas, okay, Switzerland at 47. Oh my god, so it has lot of difference. So like here in UK also 1.5 million of euros, and it had almost you can say reached significant increase in the sales of coffee in 2004. And here the same thing happened with Switzerland. So here it is the highest. Okay, it sold, this country sold, or you can say this country purchased bananas. So we can just vary the sentences. Switzerland country bought bananas in 1999 15 millions of euros, but its sales upsurge up to 47 millions of euros. Okay, so here you can see lot of like significant or dramatic increase in sales of bananas in Switzerland country. Okay, what about UK? So it is also UK is also at the second number. Okay, because it is also from 1 million to 5.5 it has reached, so there is a good development. So Belgium 0.6 to 4. Okay, this is also at good level. Sweden, so 1.48 to 1. It means, oh, this is decrease. This sales, this Sweden country's sales of bananas quantity is reduced, like in $1,000,000. They are talking about $1,000,000 na. So sales reduced from $1.8 million of euros, from 1.8 to 1 million dollars. So it is reduced. Okay, and here also it is reduced. So here, apart from these two countries, these three countries are improving their sales in bananas. Okay, so what like now what you can realize by looking at this thing. Of course, how you can just now we have analyzed the things that in coffee production UK is at the highest, and lowest one is this, and here Switzerland is at the highest, and UK is also approaching a good trend. But here these two countries are not going well. We will be writing everything in past, no doubt. So they are decreasing, they are showing decreasing trends. Okay, now how what is the procedure, how you can write, how you can give details about this? So there must be one question, some questions regarding these details. Like first, what you can do, how you can just paraphrase the things. I mean, how you can give details. First, in first paragraph, of course, introduction. Excuse me. First introduction, then overall paragraph, then third paragraph you can have variety of options, like you can just take any option. First you can talk about 1999. In 1999 you can first you talk about coffee and then bananas, and in second paragraph, means last paragraph, you will be talking about 2004 year, and here for coffee as well as bananas. Okay, and another method is in body paragraph 3 you can talk about coffee first, taking these 2 years, and in last paragraph you can talk about bananas and taking these 2 years. But when you will be talking about these things, you make sure that you are doing comparison kind of thing between the countries or sales and all. And how you can show it, you will be using the words while, whilst, wherever, whereas, in contrast, by contrast, however. So these words, so many words are also there. You can learn it and you will be using it in your writing. Let's go to my register for table for writing things. So this is this we will be just doing it introduction. Okay, so the tables, as we know, there are 2 tables, so I will be writing here 2 tables. Okay, so just keeping the question like that, just give me a second. Yes, the 2 tables, just give me a second. Okay, the 2 tables, right? Below we will be just leaving this word. Just give me a second, I will just make it a bigger one. Right, so we can do like that, the 2 tables. Now instead of below we are not going to use in writing. Okay, always cut this word as soon as when you are reading. Give information, so you can just write provides or depicts. I am writing it here, depicts. Okay, depicts what now the information, I am not going to repeat the word information. Okay, so what I am going to write it, you tell. Okay, So the two table depicts information sales, because they are talking about sales na. So sales depicts sales data, okay, of Fairtrade, sorry, F is capital because it is given here in capital. So okay, Fairtrade uh, coffee and bananas for 2 years, okay, for 2 years in 5 European nations. Okay, so just check out whether we have include everything or not. The two tables depict sales data, okay, sales data about sales data of Fairtrade-labelled, okay, I have labeled coffee and bananas for 2 years in 5 European nations. Okay, now as you know, the information is given in millions of euros, so I will be writing the information or data, whatever you feels it is good. The data is given in millions of euros, okay, millions of euros. Now let's go to the overall paragraph, means second paragraph I'm going to write. So now about second paragraph, okay, so I will leave a line, overall it is evident from the table chart, okay, so I'm writing it with pen, that's why I can't erase it. So table chart is evident from the table chart that, how you are going to write that, okay, so that now what is the striking point? So this overall you can say that coffee sales from here, from 1999 to 2004, it every country has they have shown increasing trend. So I will be writing that coffee sales, first overall coffee sales showed an increasing, okay, and increasing trend. So how trend and increasing strategy, no, it is not increasing sales trends, can be right. Coffee sales showed an increasing increasing sales trend, okay, increasing sales trend and the UK, okay, and the UK is the number one na, and UK had achieved the highest had achieved the highest what highest coffee sales target, okay, sales target. So I always try to just write different things for the same things, okay. Coffee sales target had achieved the coffee sales target amongst all the 5 nations, okay. So this is for first. So now what about the second bananas? However, mm, the sales of banana, okay, however the sales of bananas, showed the sales of bananas, especially they are talking, okay, bananas, so everywhere it is increased, but here there two countries have shown decreasing trend. So what we can write, however the sales of bananas in Switzerland, so I will be taking this case, okay, in Switzerland, okay, just give me a thoda, just I can do it like that, okay, in Switzerland, UK, and okay, in Switzerland, comma, the UK, okay, the UK and Belgium, these three countries are showing the increasing trends. Actually Belgium, increased, okay, and but here we want to show that these two countries have shown decreasing thing, okay, decline. So I will be writing whilst the country name Sweden, whilst Sweden and Denmark showed an opposite okay, opposite sales graph, sales figures, because these are figures, sales figures, showed an opposite sales figure in the second, if you write, leave it, in the second table chart we will be writing in details, okay. So this is overall, it is evident. After writing it, please read it once, that what you have written. Overall, it is evident from the table chart that coffee sales showed an increasing sales trend, and the UK had achieved the highest coffee sales target amongst all the 5 nations. However, the sales of bananas in Switzerland, the UK and Belgium increased, while Sweden and Denmark showed an opposite sales figures, a sales figure as compared to others. Okay, this is our overall trend. So let's go to the third paragraph, I mean to say. So I will leave a line here, right? So how I'm going to start for this thing, third paragraph. So what I'm going to do, so I have chosen to write coffee first with these two, and then in body paragraph 4 I will be writing bananas and with these 2 years, okay. So looking at I will be writing like that. Just a minute, I want to change my pen actually. Looking at the first table chart, okay, you can say. Now it shows what it shows, coffee. So we will be using this name also again. It shows coffee because labeled coffee, okay, coffee labeled sales, labeled, I will be writing it here, labeled coffee sales at Fairtrade, okay, only Fairtrade, yes, for fair trade in fair trade, okay, in 5 countries, na, in 5 countries of Europe. Okay, now how will we start? Okay, let's start with this thing, Europe. Okay, Europe of UK. So let's start with this UK. Only 1.5 millions of euros, only 1.5 million euros worth of coffee, okay, sold in 1999, okay, and it swelled up because when it is or you can use this is also a verb to show increasing trend. It swelled up significantly, okay, it swelled up significantly in 2004 up to how many, 20 millions of euros, okay. So this is for UK kind of thing. Okay, for second, Switzerland. Okay, Switzerland, so they are followed the same thing or not? So yes, of course, 3 to 6 double, triple, it has, so it has doubled, okay. While in case of Switzerland, okay, spelling should be correct, your spelling should be correct. Switzerland, in case of Switzerland, its sales, okay, its sales figures doubled, okay, doubled from 3 to 6 million, 3 to 6 millions of euros in 1999 to 2004. No, it is not 2. In 1999 and 2000, in the year of 1999 and 2004. So this is for Switzerland. Now what about Denmark? And now each and every detail, if you it is not necessary to write each and every detail because data is too much. So here we can combine these three because they are at almost same kind of thing, 1.8, 1 and 0.8. So not more than 2 they are showing. So we can, by summing up, we can sum up by summing up the total sales figure of sales amount. Now you can use the word amount of coffee in 3 nations, Denmark, okay, Denmark, Belgium, so Belgium, GIUM, Belgium and Sweden. Okay, now I'm calculating it. Just give me a second. Sweden, okay, they also what they can they also They also bought. Now we can just write opposite. Sales means people are buying now. They also bought more coffee products. No, it is not coffee products. Coffee. Coffee. They also bought more coffee as compared from 1994 to from 1994 from 90 as compared from. So I have just bought more coffee as compared from 3 millions. I have totaled it, okay, 3.6 something it was there, 3 millions of euros to how much they are, to 4.7 millions of euros in 2004. So what this is for body, paragraph 3, and for coffee kind of thing. And you can say these countries displays or displayed what you can say about an enormous displayed an enormous increase in coffee usage, okay, from 1 point from you can say 1.5 to 20 millions of euros. From, you can say not 20 millions, so okay, so this this I have done for already. I have used this data, so I am not going to use this again. So these countries displayed an enormous increase in coffee usage from coffee usage. That's okay, no need to write it again. Okay, so now let's write the para 4. Now in second we will be talking about banana. So it's second paragraph, then of course I am going to write the sentence like from the second table okay, second table about the banana sales, banana sales, about the banana sales in Switzerland is at the first. Now first we will talk about Switzerland. In Switzerland, okay, in Switzerland, people, you can just change the structure, people bought more. No, this word we have already used this kind of thing now. Okay, I will be keep writing it. People bought more bananas. Okay, people bought more fruits, but no, we are talking about bananas only now. More bananas and its demand rose from 15 15 to 47 rows, from 15 to 47 millions of euros. Okay, euros. Okay, this country, now you have to show now, this is the highest increase in this table. So this country, okay, this country, what now displayed, I have already used the other thing, but I can use it. Okay, this country stands out, okay, out in, okay, now I'm cutting it. Okay, and please don't say ki, I'm confused. So while you will be writing it, definitely you will be writing like that in this situation. So every question is new for you. Okay, so this country depicted depicted a dramatic, okay, dramatic. So vocabulary is important to learn. Depicted dramatic, depicted dramatic increase every time I am using the word increase. Can we check my this thing? Just a minute. Yes, depicted a dramatic jump in its final figure, figures. Now every time, how can I write sales? I have written, or if you have problem, then of course you can use it sales, because overall we are talking about sales only. Okay, now let's move on to the another country. It has also shown a great increase in from 1 to 5.5. That's a good thing. Okay, the same, now I am using the I'm talking about the another country. The same thing followed by, how we can just go it, the same increment was also visible from the UK. Okay, because UK is at the second number. From the UK, from the UK, and visible from the UK, from the UK, and in bracket you can always put from 1 to 4, sorry, 5.5 millions of euros. Okay, from the millions of euros. Okay, now, and it retains, you can always say, and it retained the second position or rank, you can say, among all 5 nations of or European nations, you can say, of Europe. Okay, now what about these? Fourth, Belgium is also left. So Belgium is also showing the trend. Okay, whereas Belgium, in fact UK and Belgium, you could have combined it. So Belgium, where is Belgium? Belgium sales also grew up. Okay, grew up in the same manner. Okay, whereas Belgium sales also grew up and followed the same manner. You can just write it. Okay, and followed same manner and followed the same manner for and followed the same manner like the UK and this what was the country, Switzerland, sorry. Same manner like only is UK, because Switzerland we can't compare with Belgium. Okay, now we have left with these two countries. On the other hand, here I would like to write on the other hand, what you can say, Sweden and Denmark. Showed a what you can say, different pattern. Okay, different pattern. Okay, with because there is a fall now, we should with a fall in banana sales. So I will be showing it to you. With a fall in bananas sales from 1.8 to 1, and now I am combining these two things, to 0.9 millions of euros respectively. Okay, so this is my para 4. So believe me, when you will be writing it initially or any time, you can use you will be doing like that. So you have to sometimes remove your words, remove your sentences. So I am writing it with pen, that's why I can't erase it. Okay, so this is my whole essay: introduction, overall, and then for part 3. So side by side, I just want to say, you can write with me and you can write in your own style also. How I have told you, please follow it. And if you are well versed with this kind of writing, then you can always move forward by using more and more good words in your writing. Then you will get more higher bands. Okay, and this is my 4th number paragraph, you can see. So overall, I will just show it my whole register here, register page. So this from here I have started, and the whole register is here. See how many cuttings I have done. That doesn't matter. You need to know how to write, how to do practice. That is more important. See, the words I have, I am 100% sure the words are more than 200. But if words are very like 200, 220, 230, then please remove unnecessary things from your writing. But first you should learn how to write writing task 1, how to write the table kind of thing. Here in this video I am going to do this academic writing task 1, that is line graph. Okay, I am going to explain you how to interpret the graph also, and how to write it para wise para. Okay, how to write introduction, overall, paragraph, and then body, paragraph 3 and 4. So how to write the details, so everything, how to interpret the data with the help of this graph. So first after getting the question paper, first you will be reading it, the question statement. The graph below gives information from a 2008 report about consumption of energy in the USA since 1980 with projections until 2030. It means we have to include the tense. Just immediately we have come to know that we will be writing in past also, present also, and future also. Okay, now the main thing is main important here in this, how to interpret, how to analyze the data in given in the this thing. Now look at this. This is the whole graph, you can see easily. So in line graph, this is kind of lateral. So this is so bar graphs are vertical, and this line graph is lateral kind of graph. Okay, so here axis, y axis and axis are there. So here on y it is given quadrillion units. So data is calibrated in quadrillion units, and of course here you can see the years from 1980 to 2030. So history is also given and projections are also given, and here we are here 2022. So we will be writing till 2022 we will be writing in for this year we will be writing in present, and after that it will be for future kind of thing. Now that we have looked about this, now look at the categories. So we have 6 categories, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So first category is petrol, coal, natural gas, nuclear, solar, wind, hydropower. Okay, now what we are going to look for this paragraph, for this line graph? What, first of all, look at the highest. So what is the highest thing here? So we will be looking it from here. So highest point is here. So 50 is there, but the out of these 6 categories we have this petrol and coal. So petrol and coal, this it started from 35, means out of the 6 this category is number 1. This is at the highest. Okay, so we will be and this is the highest. Okay, this is the number 1 according to rank. Okay, and we can just write it highest. And which is the least one? So least one is, if you look at the diagram here, graph here, so this is the least one. Okay, the last one, you can say last category. And if you look at the category wise, these are according to the these units they have given. So this is the number 1, this is the last one. Okay, so let's read the lines one by one. But after getting it, after getting this line graph, you should find out, you should just for these lines you should get the vocabulary for these lines. So like this kind of line is what we call it, fluctuations. This line is fluctuations. Okay, these are fluctuations. And what is this? This is slightly increased. This is not dramatically increased, this is slightly increased or increasing, you can say. And here it is, or you can say gradually. Okay, so I am writing the so while reading one by one line on the graph, you can just write the vocabulary relating to the line graph. Gradually increasing till here. Okay, from here of course it is also rising and rising. So it is rising. Okay, from here, right. So second line, how we are going to do. Second is coal. So first of all, petrol, coal and natural gas, these are known as what? Fossil fuel. These are fossil fuels. Okay, what about coal? So coal, this line this started from 20 quadrillion units. So what we are going to do it for this, it initially it was at it opened its account from 20 quadrillion units, and from there it decreased slightly and keep fluctuating. So for fluctuating, every time we are not going to use the same word, so variations. So variations were there, okay, variations. And after that, coal, sorry, that is natural gas, okay, and these variations were there. And at the point of this, okay, so here you can say, you can compare both the two lines. So coal and natural gas were at they were having variations, many variations up to this point. So what is this point? You can just go through like this, okay. So this is 2015. In 2015, so they meet at they were at the same level, okay, same level, you can say. And from here, coal superseded natural gas, okay, coal superseded natural gas line. Mm, uh, it means, and after that, from this point, natural gas leveled off means stable kind of things, okay, leveled off. And in future also it is expected to be leveled off at the same level, okay. And you can just read that like this. So here, so we will, so I am, why I am writing it here, because I have to use these words while explaining the details, okay. So that's why I am writing it here in, so that while writing you should not think more. So now about the next line. So what we can for 3 lines, so I will be combining these 3 lines like this. So these 3, nuclear, solar, wind, and hydropower, these 3 lines started just above, below, because this is the bottom line, just just above the bottom line, and up to you can just interpret like up to 1989 they were at the same level. But from there, nuclear nuclear is at different path, and here it's slightly increased. For slightly increased, you can use another word. Like gradually climbed. So you can say climbed, gradually climbed, okay. So gradually climbed, you can say, and kept the pace like it only. And in future also it is at the same level, estimated at the same level, would retain its same level, okay. So what about this? And the remaining solar and hydropower, they were just fluctuating till 2007, you can say, till 2007. See, you have to give figures here in details. So till 2007 they were fluctuating, so fluctuations are there. But after that, solar and so you have to just create a story by using these words. And after 2007 they were separated on their own path. So solar, wind, so for here also, solar, wind was at the same level. So we will be just changing the word while writing, or I will be using it here. So and hydropower showed showed a little, you can say, little decrease, okay, from the from a little decrease from like what, four quadrillion units. And it maintained its, like here it is it has like from it, so it decreased with a little, you can say, use the word here. So here, from here to here, it is steadily. So it is in future also it will keep the same trend. So this is the thing. So how you are going to compare the things? So for decrease, no, I am not going to use the word here. So we can just write fell, slightly fell. Okay, slightly fell at this point. Okay, and for same level, what we can write it, great reductions. So we can have no great reductions. So fluctuations are also there. So this way we have done, we have interpreted the data. So while writing, how you are going to follow the pattern? So there are two methods what you can pick. It's better to write, take the line and just explain it for history, present and future. And here there are 6 lines. You can take one line each, but it's better to combine two lines so that you can compare easily, because it's here it is given, make comparisons. So unless you are not using any comparisons, you will not get bands. So it's better to combine. So I will be combining these two, and I will be combining this also, and at the end, in overall, I will be combining these two because they are showing the same pattern. They are stabilized or leveled off or steadily at the same point. Okay, so so overall, what you are going to write in overall second paragraphs, you are going to write about the highest point, about the highest graph, and about the lowest graph also, as well as second one is also, second position is coal, and strikingly you can give these 2 points, natural gas and hydropower are at the leveled off. Okay, and in future also they are future also estimation is there to remain at the same level, right? So we will be writing like this. So now we have categorized, we have done it. One method I have explained it to you, to combine the lines, because there are 6 lines are there. So you can combine the lines, always combine the lines to make comparisons. Or second way is, you can go for, first you write about history from 1980 to 2021. Okay, 2021, and in 2022, for that you can just combine with history, and for future you have to give separate paragraph. But it's better to just go with this flow, just make a combination of 2 to 3 lines. Okay, lines I mean to say, these categories. Okay, let's go to my book, to my register. Now for introduction, what I am going to write it. So for introduction, so what I am going to write, so here the graph, what kind of graph is there? So you graph, as you know, the line graph, okay, or the given line graph. So line graph, I am writing it here. Okay, the line graph below, I am not going to write it. Okay, this is not to be right. Okay, gives information, means you can use another word. Now I am using it, visualizes. Okay, so one graph is there, that's why I'm using S. Okay, visualizes what they are doing. So of course this is a comparison. Okay, so this is a comparison kind of thing. So I'm going to write visualizes the comparison, or illustrates the comparison. So always write the things according to visualizes the comparison. Comparison where? Comparison between 6 categories, na? So you can just use it from about consumption of energy. So we can just always write it in your own style, between 6 categories. Okay, 6 categories. Okay, of 6 categories in the USA. So in the USA, instead of USA, I'm going to write Americas. In America. Okay, So what I have written wrong, the comparison of, okay, so yes. So I have left this, so you don't need to, so you need to write this also na. So we have to include each and every part of the question statement in our introduction. So comparison of energy consumption, so where I am going to write it. So see, this is the loss when you are writing with energy consumption. Otherwise in your exam it is not allowed. The line graph visualizes the just give me a second, visualizes the comparison of energy between 6 categories, energy consumption between 6 categories in America from, so here is given na, so to 1980 from 2 to 0. Okay, now we have left report word also. Okay, the graph, the line graph visualizes information, so we should, no, we can write it like this. The line graph, okay, visualizes for information, what you can use, okay, visualizes the comparison report, okay, comparison report, comparison, visualizes the comparison report 208 about, next is comparison report about, now we can pick the word from this, US energy consumption by fuel, okay, about US energy consumption, so we can pick the words from table also, okay, consumption by fuel, so here we can just write like this, 1980 to 2030, okay. Next, okay, okay, that's okay, ho gaya, that's finished. And the data is, or the information data is calibrated in, so data is calibrated in, we will be writing this word, quadrillion, okay, so quadrillion units, okay. So this is our introduction. Now how to write a overview paragraph. See, now the second, I'm leaving the line, so don't write it in your actual question paper, intro or this thing, okay. So overall, so you can just leave the line, it is clearly visible from the graph that, okay, so what was our this was the highest one na, okay, fuel, so these all are fuel, okay. So we will be telling first, second and third at least, first, second, to at least we should tell, because there are 6 lines. So from the graph that what fuel consumption by this, fuel consumption from, okay, fuel consumption from petrol and oil. So we will be discussing the first highest, petrol and oil. So if you want, you can change the word, this word also, petrol and oil. So it's a good activity, you just write it with me. Okay, so petrol and oil, it was at the highest na. So of course in here you can just, it was at the highest. Okay, so was at the highest position. Okay, so keep your writing legible, so don't follow my writing style and all. Okay, so I am making only video so you have to write it properly, with good words, with clear words, so that anybody can understand your words. So highest position, and then, so what about future also? So future also, it will be like it will remain the first one. Was at the highest position initially. Okay, and with an estimation, because so here you have to show your future kind of thing, vocabulary, with an estimation, with an estimation of more, with an estimation of because here it will touch 50. Okay, okay, with an estimation of touching the highest consumption, touching highest consumption of fuel, with an estimation of touching the highest level, you can say highest level in the graph. Okay, in the graph. Now what about the second and third in the graph? Okay, second, and for how we can write the second one. Okay, let's write it. So as compared, so okay, don't finish this line. As compared with other fossil fuel. Okay, fossil fuels like coal and natural gas, right? So I have compared this also. Now what about the last three? So we have to include this also now. So okay, however what we can write for, so this is the list now. So this and this I will be just writing it in the last. Strikingly we can just write it. However, nuclear and okay, however nuclear and solar wind, one by one you can just write it. No need to be in panic that how we are going to write this. Start writing with simple one, and then when you have done 5, 6 or 10, 15 writing task 1, then you can start replacing your good simple words with good words. Okay, so nuclear, however nuclear and solar wind categories what they can they were at the they were at where they were at the lower level and are expected to improve. Okay, they are expected to improve. See, they are expected to improve na, so they are expected to improve in future. Okay, so yes, now write about these two things. these two lines, they are really very different, like stabilized, level of, plateaued lines are there. So strikingly or surprisingly, you can start the word surprisingly. Surprisingly, natural gas and hydropower. Okay, hydropower, what they are doing, hydropower would, here I am using for the future, would would be leveled off, would be leveled off in no figures would be included, would be leveled off. So what we can write, would be leveled off, so would be leveled off in future. Okay, future projections word are also in future projections, right? So this is this is overall. So you can reduce it. Initially you should learn like this, okay, then you can reduce it if the words are really very are too much. Okay, so what we can remove it here. Overall, it is clearly visible from the graph. Overall fuel consumption, so if you want to reduce your words, if it is like more than 200, or then you can reduce this. Overall fuel consumption from petrol and oil was at the high. So petrol and oil, why I have written was, because this is one category. Okay, you should keep in mind, was at the highest position initially, and with an estimation of touching the highest level. Okay, in the graph. So in the graph also you can reduce as compared with other fuels. So if so as compared with other fuels, other fossil fuels like coal and natural gas, however, nuclear, solar, so full stop, nuclear, solar, wind categories were at the lower level and expected to improve in future. Surprisingly, natural gas and hydropower would be leveled off in future projections. Okay. Now for the third paragraph. For third paragraph, I am going to start with this line, and then I will, for body paragraph 3, I will be combining these three. Okay, and in the last paragraph I will be combining these three. So let's start with, it started with the highest number out. It started with 35. This we will be writing, and had little slightly decreased with more with fluctuations for 5-10 years, and then I will be writing like it. Okay, so this is a longer line graph, so I will not be so I am not going to leave the line here. Okay, looking into the details, okay, looking into the details, fossil fuel, okay, fossil fuel consumption, no same kind of category I am not going to write. Fossil fuel consumption, so it is not only one fossil fuel. So fossil fuel is coal, natural gas also. So fossil fuel, so petrol and oil started with, so it started with na, so it's like a just look at the map, look at the diagram and just write it. Started with 35 quadrillion, okay, quadrillion units with a slight drop, okay, slight drop with fluctuations are also there na here. So with fluctuations, before rising up, before rising up after, so when it started rising, 1995, see 1995, so rising up after 1995, okay, and then it did not, okay, look back. So you can just look back, look back, and then what we can write, look back and reached to its highest, to its maximum, okay, to its maximum in future, okay, sorry, so reached, so this is not reached, this is future kind of thing, then I have to, and would reach to its maximum in 2000, okay. So now full stop is there. So now we will talk about these two lines. So they started from 20 and 15, while, so I will be starting like this, while, now here I can write for now other fossil fuels, okay, started, to again I am not going to use the same words, fossil fuels, so opened, okay, opened their accounts, opened their accounts with 20 and 16, with 20 and 16 quadrillion units respectively, okay. So you have to give like this, respectively, and with many, so with many fluctuations up to 2015, you can write with many, with many fluctuations are already used, so I will be using with many variations up to 2010, okay, 2010, and 20, from here coal, from here na, we were here, so from here coal just increased, from here coal left, so he left natural gas from here na, so I'm just keeping it my register like, so from here coal left behind natural gas, okay. So natural gas, natural gas left behind, this natural gas, and in future projections, okay, and in future projections coal, it will be at the second position with how many, so you can just always around second position, around or just below 30, just below what we write, 30 quadrillion, okay, quadrillion units. Okay, and what about this? And what about natural gas? So while natural gas would be in plateaued position. Okay, plateaued position. This is known as plateaued or leveled off position. Okay, so this is complete. So let me show you the thing. So I have written with you. So this is my third paragraph. Okay, now let's move on to the next page for my fourth paragraph. So here I will be writing for the fourth paragraph. Okay, so just a minute. Fourth paragraph. So what upswinging are there na? Upswinging, so they were equal up to this, and after that they followed some upswinging. So an upswing is absorbed so for this we can use the word non-renewable and renewable, or if you want to write it as it is, then it's okay. So absorbed in nuclear, solar, wind and hydropower. Okay, hydropower energy. An upswing is absorbed in nuclear, solar, wind and hydropower energy consumption. Okay, energy consumption. Then how we can explain the things? Okay, they all begin with this level, begin with just below 5 quadrillion units. Okay, till 1990 followed the same pattern. Okay, same pattern. Okay, then what happened? Same thing happened like coal and natural gas, and they have done with each other. Here nuclear while nuclear left this group okay, left this group for betterment for betterment what we can use it, or this left group or went up. So this left this group and went up, so we can just write the graph language, and went up slightly. Okay, went up slightly. Okay, went up slightly. What we can write about this nuclear? Okay, with a forecast. So of course it will continue to be at it will continue with a forecast. See, I have used so many words for future with a forecast of you can say more than 5 or just with a forecast of just above 5, just above 5 quadrillion units. Okay. And in contrast, so the next line I am writing it in contrast. Now it's going to finish, so I know video is longer. So in contrast, solar, wind and hydropower what we can read. So in contrast, solar, wind and hydropower followed. So till 2010, so you can see, no, 2010, no, it is not 2010. So 2007 we followed the same trend up to 2007 with, so how many units were there? With about 3 quadrillion units, and from quadrillion units, and from here, or you can just write at this point, solar, wind went up. So for went up, what we can write up with a rapid, no, not exactly, it is not rapid. So solar, wind marked, you can write marked increase. So here from here it increased now, so marked increase. Okay, and will continue to rise. Okay, will continue to rise in 2030. And what about this? This is hydropower. Okay, so what about this hydropower? So what we can write, last line, last thing, whereas hydropower will remain stable. Okay, will remain stable until we can write 2030 projections. Okay, so this is my 4th paragraph. I will show you, just a minute. So this is a practice, you can just do write this thing with me, so it's a good practice. See, this I have written for the 4th paragraph, you can see. Okay, and I will show you my first one and second. So this is my introduction, and keep in mind, follow your own style, don't follow me, but I am showing you the path, how you can write, how you can do practice, and how I have done it. Just note it down. This is my introduction, this is my this is my overall paragraph. So you can just squeeze this, okay, just shorten it, and then this is my 3rd paragraph till here. Okay, so you can write it like this. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, I am Monika from IELTS 9 channel. So in this video I am going to do this writing task 1, where they are talking about percentage of water used for different purposes in 6 areas of the world. The important thing is here, strikingly things, you can just look at the pie, this question. It has 6 pie charts. So how would you do it? So what would be the strategy to tackle these kinds of 6 pie charts in one question? So you must be thinking, so it is a difficult one. No, no, it is not difficult. If you take an interest here, I will be explaining you each and everything how you are going to do this kind of questions. Okay, let's start with that. So here question, let's read the question first. It is important to read the question first, and you should know, you should keep in mind 20 minutes only for this task and writing task 1, as you know. So the question is, the charts below show the percentage of water used for different purposes in 6 areas of the world. So charts, we know it, there are 6 charts, okay, and they are showing the percentage of water used for different percentage of water used, means water consumption. We will be just putting it here instead of water used, water consumption. Okay, so we have to paraphrase the things when we are going to rewrite the question statement. Okay, for different purposes, for different uses, we will be just writing it here. Okay, in 6 areas of the world. So 6 areas they have given: North America, South America, Europe, and Africa, Central Asia. Means what are these? So if you don't know, then I will tell you, these are the continents. So I will be writing 6 continents. Okay, 6 continents of the world. Okay, now let's analyze the question statement. So you should keep in mind 150 minimum words, but you should write at least 180 words, and more than that you can write, but not it should not exceed you can say 190 or 200. Otherwise they won't be reading it, examiners won't be, because it will feel that it is a boring thing to read so much longer writing task 1, report writing. Okay, so here percentage, so percentage we will be just writing proportion. Okay, so you should learn vocabulary for, especially for pie charts and all. You should learn vocabulary kind of thing for attempting these questions. Okay, so used for, this is the thing they are talking. So first, I'm just doing it, just give me a second. Okay, so how we are going to analyze the things in this in these pie charts. Okay, so just give me a second. Yes, so easily now we can see all the parts. So first, industrial use, agricultural use, and domestic use. So industrial use, let's look at the trends here. Dark gray color is the industrial use. Okay, so here 48%, 10%, 53%, so 7%, 5%, 12%. So who is the topper here? 48% in North America and Europe. So they are the same, almost 48 and 53%, means they are it is just below half 50%, and this is just above the 50%. So okay, they are following the same. So they are the top user of water for industrial purposes, industrial use in the whole scenario. And after this, so now after this, all the 6 other 5 continents are following almost at the same. Here 10%, 7%, 5%, and 12%. So yes, of course, these are developed continents, North America and Europe. So that's why they have more industrial production kind of thing. That's why they are using it for industrial. And here they are less developed. I don't say that these are very less, these are not developed, these are developed, but they are basically dependent on agriculture, like you can see. Okay, so they are basically dependent on their industrial production kind of thing. Okay, that's why they are the most user of water for industrial purposes. So here for industrial purpose, so almost other 4 continents, sorry, for 1, 2, 3, 4 continents are almost having the same trends. These two are below the marginal, means 10% below, 7 and 5, and these are 10, 12 and 10%. Okay, now let's look at the agricultural. So agriculture, yes, we can see these lines majorly. The topper is 88% Central Asia, and then which is followed by Africa 84%, and then Southeast Asia 81%, and then 71. So top users, so these are these three, 1, 2, Africa, Central Asia, South. So these three continents are following the same pattern, almost at 1/8 kind of thing, 84, 88 and 81. Okay, and this which is followed by 71% South America. And here in these countries, like in Europe and the continent, sorry, Europe and this North America, they are using above 1/3, or 39 and 32, almost they are at the same for in case of industrial as well as in agricultural purposes. Okay, so what about domestic? So domestic, in domestic use, which is the highest user? Okay, 15%, sorry, 19%, yes, so 19,999. Okay, so this is the highest percentage user. So this is the so South America is the highest user of water consumption for household purposes. So this, and then which is followed by Europe and 13%. So these three continents are the top users of water consumption for household, and here 9%, 7% and 7. And Central Asia and Southeast Asia, they are following the same trend for 7%, and this is also almost same 9%. So we can, so how we will be doing? So what is the method of attempting this question? First, introduction, and then we will be writing what? We will be writing overall point of view. So maximum and minimum. So maximum, what we can say? So maximum in agricultural usage, we can see these three, maximum usage of water throughout the thing is agricultural thing of, see, you can see most of the pie charts are having these lines. So this is, so minimum user of this, I can see domestic, see domestic one, so very less percentage they are having. Okay, so you can say, and strikingly, like here in these two portions we can see industrial use. Okay, so industrial use of water used for industrial purposes, it is having in these two continents maximum use. Okay, so I will be, how I am going to write this, it's your wish. First method I would be telling you, you can write according to you. Three categories are there: industrial, agriculture and domestic. You can write first in after introduction and overall, you will be using you will be telling about industrial use throughout these 6 pie charts, and the second you will be taking agricultural use and you will be explaining the things about these 6, and then third category would be domestic. It means there would be how many paragraphs? First introduction, and then overall, okay, and then body paragraph, body para for industrial purpose, okay, and body para for agriculture purpose, and body para next is for domestic use. You can segregate your details into these 5 paragraphs. Okay, and another method is, if you want to just take one pie chart each and then explain the 3 things in one continent. Okay, and with comparison with, like you can compare the things North America versus South America, and even Europe you can also include, and you can compare the things like these two are at the similar trend, so you can just make pair of these 2 continents with this continent. Okay, so here also you will you can make 2 paragraphs extra, like first intro, overall, and then 2 paragraphs. First you will be explaining these 3, and the second paragraph you will be comparing these 3 things. Okay, but here I will be explaining this writing task according to these things. Okay, but make sure you have to use comparison kind of thing, like contrast kind of things, using the words, like you will be saying by contrast. So very important to use these words while writing report writing, or in contrast. Okay, however, very important words. So however, okay, while contrast thing is important. So whereas, okay, on the other hand, okay, on the other hand, uh, by contrast, and other verbs also important. Accounts or accounted. If it is in past tense, then of course accounted. Comprises, okay, or comprised. And accounts comprise amounts. Okay, so these are verbs, you should use it. And of course you should keep in mind maximum thing. You have to find out maximum, minimum. Okay, maximum, minimum, and any constant thing you should check it out while analyzing the thing. So these are the things you should take care of these things. So these are the contrast words. Let's start with introduction part 1. So this is my register, so I will be start writing from here. Okay, so like this I will be writing every here. So I have taken my pen. Now introduction. Of course, as you know, introduction means we have to paraphrase this question statement. Here it is given the chart. So I will be writing it here, because as we know it, we have how many charts? We have, yes, 6 pie charts. So the 6 pie charts, I'm going to write it here. Just give me a second. The 6 pie, so gap should be there, so I have forgotten, sorry. The 6 pie charts, now below I will be cutting it, because we should not use this word in writing. Show means illustrate. Okay, so why I am not going to use it, illustrates, because there are this is plural here. Okay, so illustrate the percentage of water. Okay, the percentage, illustrate the water consumption. Okay, the water consumption for different different you can use for numerous. Okay, numerous uses in, instead of areas I will be writing continents. Numerous uses in 6 continents, okay, of the world. Or you can write uses in different parts of the world also, you can write, but I have given I have written here continents. Okay, now there is no year is given. Okay, no year, nothing is given. They are just saying the percentage of water used for different purposes and used for different purposes. If you want to write it in past, that is also okay, and if you can write it in present, then it is also used then it is also okay. Water used for different purposes, you can use water used, it means past, you can always write for past. Okay, continents of the world. Okay, in an, because there is no in an unspecified. okay, in an unspecified year or period. I am just writing it here, okay. Now the information is given in percentages, okay. The information is given in percentages, in percentages, okay, right. So this is our this thing. So you can, I'm not saying that you follow my pattern, but I'm just giving you the guidelines. I'm just helping you how you can just write it, any pie chart or any graph here. You have to change, you have to paraphrase, you have to just find the similar words and you can change those words, not changing the meaning of that question, okay. Now overall, leave the line over here. So overall, so you can use here any template. Overall, it is clear from the graph, it is clear from the statistical graph of a chart. It is clear from the statistical charts. I can use it here, charts, okay. Then charts over here. Dat, now we will be describing about the dat. The maximum use, the maximum is agriculture, so we will be talking about maximum use of water for if you want to change the word, then okay, otherwise agriculture use will come, agriculture use, okay. Maximum use of water for agriculture purposes, okay. Especially in where? Especially in Africa, especially in Central Asia, Africa, South and Southeast Asia, okay. Southeast Asia, especially in this, okay, in various, okay. So yes, so especially in this, so this is the maximum. Now about while domestic, now domestic is the least now. So domestic usage of water is at the lower position, okay, lower position in every part of the global, okay. So instead of world, I am just changing the word global. Now we should not ignore about industrial also, okay. So industrial, in these two continents, they are the maximum user of water for industrial purpose. Now I will be saying strikingly or surprisingly, okay. Strikingly, what we can, strikingly, another thing is industrial sector. We can write here industrial sector is a maximum is industrial sector is maximum instead of maximum is the highest. So I have changed the word, is the highest user of water, okay, in two continents, in two developed continents, I must say, two developed continents, okay, in two developed continents, Europe and North America, okay, North America. Now we have done what, introduction and then overall, this we have done. Okay, now let's move on to the this agriculture thing, getting into the details. Now I'm changing the pen. I love to change the pen, but alas we can't do it in a test, this IELTS test. Okay, so that is the thing. Let's write it. Okay, so getting, now I am going to write it firstly for agriculture, then for industrial, then like position wise I am going to write it. So getting into the details of agricultural or farming purposes, I can just getting into the details of, no, first I will write the proper category name, into the details of agricultural use, okay, agriculture use, no, so this is the maximum na, so here these three are following the same pattern, okay. Purpose use, okay, Central Asia, and then Africa, and Southeast Asia, okay, Southeast Asia, follow the same pattern, okay, and uses 1/8 water for irrigation, okay, for irrigation purposes, okay, for irrigation purposes. After that, which is followed by this, because here it is 71%, okay, purposes, which is followed by, so every time you have to make different kind of sentences, which is followed by South America, okay, South America at 71 percentage, okay, of 71% of total usage, okay. Now we have done this. Now about these two countries we have left, okay. Now what we can write about, yes, now by contrast, South America is okay, yes, so by contrast we can just bring out for America, so by contrast, okay, by contrast, the significant, no, we should not say significant, okay, by contrast Europe and North America, na, okay, North America account accounted. So just a minute, used. So I will be just change my everything in past tense. So after writing it, I will be just correcting it everything. Highest user, okay. Follow this followed the same pattern and used 1/8 water, 1/8 1/8 spelling is mistake, water for irrigation purposes, which was followed by, okay, followed by South America at total. By contrast, Europe and accounted for, Europe and South and North America accounted for accounted only how much, like we have accounted only 32 and 39, accounted only how much, 30, Europe is 32% and 39% of the total of the total respectively, okay, respectively. Now, so this is your agricultural kind of thing. Now coming to the next, industrial use, okay. So domestic we will be writing it last stage, okay. Now in comparison, so how I am going to write it, in comparison with industrial, or you can write commercial thing, but this is the category name, we should not change it, but inner side in the paragraph we can just change in comparison with industrial use, okay. So so industrial use, they are the highest in industrial. So we will be writing firstly about these two continents, Europe, okay, Europe and North America, okay, the top users of, okay, the top users of water, okay, top users of water for commercial purpose, okay, for commercial purposes, okay. Users here, it is 48% and this is 53%, means less than 50, just less than 50% and just above than 50%, okay. Purposes, the top use of water for commercial purposes were, okay, so just give me a second, were. So here instead of writing percentages every time, so I will be just giving another thing, were just, so just J is small, just under and, sorry, just under or below you can say, okay, not under, below and above 50%, okay, 50%. Now two things we have done, we have given North America and Europe, and what about these other four continents are almost at the same, so okay. So now whereas, okay, whereas low marginal trend, low marginal, because they are at 10%, 12%, 7, 5, so these are low marginal, okay. Low marginal trends followed by other four continents, for other four continents, like four continents like South America is no number one at South. First, just decreasing order, South Asia, Southeast Asia, and then South America. So you have to keep by 4 continents. Okay, so you can if you want, you can erase, you can just cut it by other 4 continents. Okay, so I will continue it in my next page. So 4 continents, followed by 4 continents, and you can combine the things like 4 continents here. We have 10, 12, so around 4 continents at 12%, 10%, 7%, and 5% of the 5% 5% of these parts of these parts of the world, of these parts. Okay, so that is the okay, or you just finish it from there. Okay, finish it till other parts, other 4 continents. Now let's move on to the industry kind of thing, domestic kind of thing. So if the words are less, then you can always elaborate the things like that I was trying to do. Give the percentage, and respectively also you can give, and by giving the name of those continents also, then you will be explaining, you will be writing these things and with total respectively. Okay, if the words are just framing like more than 200, then please erase these unnecessary things, because you are not going to include each and every part of the information. Okay, important ones. Okay, domestic. Now how we are going to start the third paragraph. So about the third category. Okay, third category, that is domestic use. First we will be using domestic. D is capital because they have given domestic use. Okay, domestic use. So I was talking about about the third category, that is domestic use, comma. So keep in mind, when you are doing proofreading, that's at that time you should look about your these ones. So what we call it, commas. So it is very important to find out that where you should put the comma and where you should not. Okay, unnecessary usage of commas are not required. So I was talking about the third category, that is domestic use. Okay, so domestic use in Europe. So let's look at the domestic use is dark. So there they are using less. So here it is higher, 19%, 15%, and 13. It means these three are same. So in Europe, so I'm going to write combinedly. In Europe, North America. Okay, in Europe, North America, and South America also. Okay, and South America followed South America combinedly higher at combinedly higher at percentage. You can just 10%, 15%, and for 10% is 25 and 13%, or you can, okay, Europe and North America you can combine, and then we will just leave this. We will combine with this and this. Okay, these two countries, 12 and 13, and combinedly okay, so North America. Okay, you can just combinedly, you just let me just count the percentage. 25% plus 13%, 8 and 38% combinedly. So in South America combinedly वो परसेंटेज combinedly at 38% higher than other parts we have already written, other continents. Areas also we have to use na. So higher than other areas of the world. Okay, areas of the world. And now what about these three? Okay. Okay. However, Asia is Central Asia, this and this. Okay, so you can just combine these two and these two and these two, but I have combined these three and these three. Okay, however, we will start from here. Southeast Asia, Central Asia and Africa. Okay, now you have to 5. This is the third one. So first Southeast Asia and then Africa and then Central Asia should come, but I have done wrong thing. Okay, then what we South continents. Okay, continents accounted for. So I have used all the verbs here. Accounted to. Okay, I am just writing accounted to. First it was 12%, accounting to 12%. Then I have written Central Asia first, then comma 5% and 7%, and 7% of the total respectively. So you can just write your writing task 1 like that. See how many words I have done. So this is the last paragraph about the third category, that is domestic in Europe, North America and South combinedly. At percentage total I have done at combinedly or jointly, you can write at 38% higher than other areas of world. However, South Asia and these countries accounted for this. Okay, so see, so this is my writing task 1. I will show it. This was my introduction, then overall. So this is the longer one actually. So 6 pie charts are there, and if you want to just shorten it, then of course you have to remove some countries, some continents name, and you can combine the things, combine the comparison. See, follow your own pattern, but what I was trying to tell that you should try to write by analyzing the first and by using these words, compare, contrast things, and the verb important and minimum, maximum and constant kind of thing. You should explain the things in this pie chart. So that was your pie chart having 6 questions. Okay, thank you so much. Hello everyone, I am Monika. इस वीडियो में I am going to talk about writing task 1 जो कि अपना बार ग्राफ है. सो ये दिस इज बार चार्ट इन दिस क्वेश्चन. तो सबसे पहला काम what you are going to do initially, first of the most important thing is read the question statement. The bar chart below shows the top 10 countries for the production, okay, for the production and consumption of electricity in 2014. So this means this is past tense. Okay, first read the question and find out whether it is in past, present or future. Okay, so this is in past tense. So ये past tense में हम इसको लिखेंगे. उसके बाद क्या करना है, just go to the details of the bar chart. इसको हम इस चार्ट के ऊपर चलते हैं, क्योंकि लिखने से पहले हमें ये पता होना चाहिए कि इसको हम कैसे लिखेंगे, इसको कैसे पढ़ना है, इसको पढ़ के फिर हम राइटिंग पे चलेंगे तो अब ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा आपके लिए। तो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज मैं आज बात कर रही हूँ जिनको ओनली 5 या 5.5 या 6 बैंड में ही जिनका काम चल जाएगा, उनकी बात हो रही है, ठीक है। 6 बैंड भी चाहिए होते हैं राइटिंग में, सब लोगों को जो 6.5 ओवरऑल चाहिए होते हैं, बट इन ईच मॉड्यूल तो 6 बैंड्स की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है। तो राइटिंग में जो जिनको थोड़ा ज़्यादा लगता है कि डिफ़िकल्ट, तो वो सिंपल सी चीज़ें अगर राइटिंग टास्क 1 में लिख लेंगे तो 1 में ये 6 तो पक्का है ही है, ठीक है। बहुत ही सिंपल चीज़ है। इसको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे इसका टाइटल क्या है। ये टाइटल है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ठीक है। पढ़ना कैसे है, मैं आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग यू ईच एंड एवरी स्टेप हाउ टू गो अबाउट दिस राइटिंग टास्क 1, ओके। सो these are the, so this is what kind of graph is, you can see this is not vertical, this is horizontal kind of graph, okay, so I am writing it here। ये horizontal तरह का एक बार चार्ट है, तो इसको मैं जस्ट ऐसे ही लिख देती हूँ यहाँ पे, ठीक है। ये वर्टिकल नहीं है, वर्टिकल होता है ऐसे ऐसे बार ग्राफ होंगे, ठीक है। सो अभी हमने देखा इसमें ये लिखा है, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है, रैंक लिखा है, कंट्री का नेम लिखा है। सो दे हैव गिवन 10 कंट्रीज के नेम, okay, they have given 10 names of they have given according to the ranks, as you can easily see। number 1 is China, so China has more production and consumption। so one thing you should know that for dark color the index is given, for dark color this is production, for light shade this is for consumption, okay। so make sure we will be using each and every word from the graph in our writing। अपनी राइटिंग में हर वर्ड को, जो बार ग्राफ, चार्ट, लाइन ग्राफ, जो भी हमारे ग्राफ है, सब वर्ड्स को आपने यूज करना है, कोई एक वर्ड को आप छोड़ के नहीं आएंगे, ठीक है। तो इसको पढ़ना कैसे, काम की बात करते हैं अभी। हाउ टू रीड, हाउ टू एनालाइज द बार ग्राफ। फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, जस्ट लुक फॉर व्हाट, जस्ट लुक फॉर हाईएस्ट पॉइंट, okay, highest point। second one is lowest point, so very important to find highest and lower points, okay। now rank also, rank means high, first rank and the lowest rank, or you can say highest point or lowest point, okay। first is China, so that is China, and the lowest is at, they have given Korea, means these are the least one, okay। so this is lowest, I am just writing in front of it। मैं इसके सामने लिख देती हूँ ताकि मुझे जब मैं इसको लिखूंगी तो मुझे याद रहेगा। अब और क्या स्ट्राइकिंग पॉइंट्स है, फर्स्ट में ये है, एंड देन सेकंड में यूनाइटेड स्टेट है। कैसे, देखो यहाँ प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा हुई और यूसेज इतनी हुई, यहाँ प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा है एंड कंजम्पशन जो है वो थोड़ी सी कम है। तो मतलब कहने का मतलब है कि फर्स्ट ये है, सेकंड ये है, एंड उसके बाद लोवेस्ट में ये है। और क्या इंपॉर्टेंट इसमें आपको नज़र आता है, तो उसके लिए हमें थोड़ा और डिटेल में पढ़ना होगा। जैसे एक तो ये इस में दिख रहा है थोड़ा कंजम्पशन कम है, इसकी कंजम्पशन ऑलमोस्ट इक्वल है। तो यहाँ पे तो देखो, यहाँ पे भी ये मेरे को इक्वल लग रहा है, बस हार्डली कितना डिफरेंस है इसमें प्रोडक्शन और कंजम्पशन में, हार्डली यू कैन माइनस इट ना, 30, ओके। so 17 minus 8 is 9, 4 and 19 units। oh yes, one more thing, ये you should know about this, the data is calibrated in billion kWh, okay। so 19 billion kWh is the saving of the country, hardly so basically इन्होंने ज़्यादा सेविंग नहीं की है, यहाँ सेविंग ज़्यादा हो रही है। इतना भी डिटेल में नहीं जाना है तो कोई बात नहीं। तो और क्या आपको स्ट्राइकिंग, फर्स्ट, सेकंड एंड लास्ट, फर्स्ट, सेकंड एंड लास्ट, एंड व्हाट एल्स द, और क्या स्ट्राइकिंग पॉइंट्स हम यहाँ देख सकते हैं। ये देखो इनका चल रहा है, हाँ अच्छा, ये यहाँ पे 5000 की हो रही है, यहाँ 4000 की हो रही है, और यहाँ पे 1000 के करीब चल रही है। मतलब यहाँ पे वी कैन से रशिया में 1000 के आसपास है, एंड यहाँ ये 900, 800, 700, 561। सो ये वाले जो कंट्रीज़ हैं ये वाले कंट्रीज हैं, ये दीज कंट्रीज जापान, इंडिया, कनाडा, फ्रांस, दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और पावर इन द रेंज फ्रॉम 500 to 1000 billion kWh. Okay, so we can combine kWh. सो इसमें हम ये चार कैटेगरीज को कंबाइन करके लिख सकते हैं कि ये कैटेगरीज 500 से 1000 बिलियन kWh के बीच में आती हैं। तो फिर आप थोड़ा डिटेल में इनको भी लिखेंगे। उसके बाद और क्या स्ट्राइकिंग फीचर है, इसको पढ़ो, इसको पढ़ो। यहाँ पे देखो अलग है, थोड़ा सा इसको पढ़ने में टाइम लगाना होगा आपको, ठीक है। तो ये जो है यहाँ पे देखो कंजम्पशन कम है और ये प्रोडक्शन कम है और कंजम्पशन। हेयर यू कैन सी अनदर स्ट्राइकिंग डिफरेंस, मोर कंजम्पशन, ओके, मोर कंजम्पशन देन प्रोडक्शन, right? So this is the striking feature. So up to 6 band, this is much enough to read. So we have read out the whole bar chart. Now it's turn to write in paper. Half of the work we have completed, half of the work we will do it by writing it, because क्या होता है, आधा तो हमने ये काम कर दिया है इसको पढ़ने का, लेकिन आधा काम अभी बचा है इसको लिखने का। अब लिखते कैसे हो उसके ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता है। आपने ये ठीक एनालाइज किया है तो आप अच्छे से उसको लिख सकते हो। एंड थोड़ा सा और स्ट्रेटजी अगर यूज़ कर लेते हो, कुछ वर्ड्स थोड़े से अच्छे, तो 6 या 6.5 भी आ जाएंगे। आप उसको, एक ये इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, यू हैव टू जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ दिस कंपेरिजन। अगर आपने कंपेरिजन नहीं किया तो बैंड 5 या 5.5 तक ही रहेंगे। अगर आपने रिपोर्टिंग मेन फीचर्स को नहीं लाए, जैसे मेन फीचर्स हाईएस्ट, लोएस्ट, ये सब तो हैं, तो भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। तो इट मीन्स अपने को डिटेल्स भी लानी है, मेन इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर्स भी लाने हैं, ठीक है। अभी चलते हैं कॉपी पे। सबसे पहले बात करेंगे 5.5 बैंड या 5 बैंड जिनका वो है, लास्ट में फिर उसको मैं चेंज करके, कुछ वर्ड्स चेंज करके बताती हूँ, एंड थोड़ा सा स्टाइल कि आप कैसे चेंज करके आप 6 बैंड्स पे जा सकते हो, ठीक है। चलते हैं अभी कॉपी पे। अभी ये सिंपल सा फॉर्मूला है, ज़्यादा इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं टास्क 1 में। तो अभी हम इंट्रोडक्शन लिखने के लिए क्या लिखेंगे, द बार चार्ट बिलो शोज। अभी जो 5 बैंड वाले हैं, 5.5 बैंड वाले हैं, वो सीधा इसको यही लिख देंगे, शोज। अगर मैं बोलूँ एक वर्ड को याद रखो, टास्क 1 का कोई भी क्वेश्चन है उसमें ये जो भी चार्ट का नाम हो उसके बाद आप चेंज कर दो इस शोज को, तो आप 5 से 5.5 बैंड पे आराम से आ जाओगे, ठीक है। बट आपके सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर ठीक होने चाहिए, टेंसेस थोड़े ठीक होने चाहिए। ये नहीं है कि अब मैं ऐसे बोल रही हूँ तो आप ऐसे ही आ जाएंगे, थोड़ा सा तो टेंस वगैरह स्पेलिंग्स करेक्ट होनी चाहिए, वरना तो फिर 4 भी नहीं मिलेंगे, ठीक है। तो वो चीज़ का ध्यान रखना है। थोड़ा इंग्लिश आती है आपको, आई नो, बट थोड़ा सा अरेंज कर दो, यहाँ ऑर्गेनाइज कर दो, तो आप 5.5 आराम से पहुँचेंगे, ये गारंटी है, ठीक है। तो अभी इंट्रोडक्शन लिखते हैं, द बार चार्ट। अभी 5 बैंड वालों के लिए अगर मैं लिखूं तो मैं यहाँ सेम लिख दिया मैंने, ठीक है। शोज द टॉप 10 कंट्रीज, ओके, फॉर द प्रोडक्शन and consumption of electricity, okay, in 2014, ठीक है। तो आपने ये सेम का सेम लिख दिया है। अगर आप बिल्कुल सेम, तो यहाँ बार चार्ट है तो हम ग्राफ लिखेंगे, तो इतना तो सबको ही पता होता है कि हम बार चार्ट की जगह बार ग्राफ लिख देंगे, ठीक है। अभी चलते हैं इंट्रोडक्शन पे। सॉरी, इंट्रोडक्शन तो हो गया है। अच्छा, एक और चीज़ आपको बता दूं कि चाहे किसी को कितने भी बैंड लेने हो तो अपना इंफॉर्मेशन पक्का बताना है। द डेटा, अब डेटा कितने में है, डेटा ये लिखा है ये, अब इसके बारे में, द डेटा इज गिवन इन बिलियन KWH। ओके, ये इतना हो गया है, ठीक है। अगर आप ये भी लिख के आते हो तो भी चलेगा, ये एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन साथ साथ में डालते रहो, आपको इतने पक्का मिलेंगे, ठीक है। अगर इसको चेंज कर दोगे तो बहुत अच्छी बात होगी, ये आपका वर्ड निकल जाएगा। तो मैं इसको लिख के मैं इसको चेंज कर देती हूँ। यहाँ पे हम लिख सकते हैं डिपिक्ट। ओके, डिपिक्ट्स, ठीक है। अब चलते हैं ओवरऑल पैराग्राफ पे। आपको ये याद होना चाहिए 5.5 बैंड वालों के लिए कि 4 पैराग्राफ्स बनाने हैं, एटलीस्ट तो बनाने ही बनाने हैं। इंट्रोडक्शन होता है, फिर ओवरऑल पैराग्राफ। ओवरऑल में मतलब जो हाईएस्ट लोवेस्ट पॉइंट्स और कोई अनदर कोई इंपॉर्टेंट बात है तो वो हम लिखेंगे, ठीक है। तो अभी इसमें हाईएस्ट चाइना था और लोवेस्ट वो था। ओवरऑल लाइन छोड़नी है पक्का। ओवरऑल, एक ये लाइन याद रखिए, इट इज क्लियरली। सो काफ़ी सारे टेम्पलेट्स हैं ये चीज़ लिखने के लिए। इट इज़ क्लियरली विजिबल, इससे आपके वर्ड्स भी बढ़ रहे हैं। इट इज़ विजिबल फ्रॉम द ग्राफ, फ्रॉम द बार ग्राफ। ओके, फ्रॉम द बार ग्राफ व्हाट वी कैन राइट that the highest producer, so कहाँ से लाइव में प्रोडक्शन है ना, ये प्रोडक्शन। सो हाईएस्ट प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की बात हो रही है। हाईएस्ट प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को अगर आप चेंज कर सकते हो, चलो वो हम बाद में बात करेंगे, पहले इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ही लिखेंगे। इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज चाइना, ठीक है, चाइना हो गया। एंड उसके बाद इस चाइना, अच्छा और क्या लिखेंगे हम, इस प्रोड्यूसर एंड कंज्यूमर भी यहीं पे लिखेंगे, एंड कंज्यूमर। सो ऐसे वहाँ अलाउड नहीं होता जैसे मैं लिख रही हूँ, वहाँ पे पेंसिल से लिखना है, इसीलिए हम उसको चेंज कर सकते हैं, कंज्यूमर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ठीक है। एंड कंज्यूमर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हो गया। तो ये अपना ये ओवरऑल में ये लिख दिया। और क्या लिखना है, जैसे हमने उसको पढ़ा था तो लोवेस्ट भी लिखेंगे, क्योंकि 9 बैंड, सॉरी 5 या 5.5 बैंड वाले तो सिंपल ही इंग्लिश लिखते हैं। उसके बाद वो लिख रहे हैं कि द कंट्री, थोड़ा सा तो चेंज वर्ड्स करना चाहिए ना, मतलब सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर। द कंट्री डैट हैज lowest that country that has lowest energy production or electricity production and consumption is कोरिया रिपब्लिक। कोरिया लिखा है ना, तो हम यह सेम टू सेम इसको वी आर जस्ट पुटिंग इट कोरिया रिपब्लिक, कोरिया रिपब्लिक, फुल वी कैन रिपब्लिक। ओके, सो दिस इज द लोएस्ट। ओके, सो ओवरऑल आपको और क्या लगता है कि सबकी जैसे प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा है, कंजम्पशन कम है, ये देखो सब में, बस एक कंट्री को छोड़ के। सो ऑल द कंट्रीज, थोड़ा सा तो कुछ पढ़ के आपको लिखना होगा ना। ऑल द कंट्रीज प्रोड्यूस्ड, सॉरी इज नहीं, यहाँ वॉज, यही तो रॉन्ग मिस्टेक है ना, वॉज चाइना, वॉज। ओके, ये वॉज क्योंकि मैंने बताया था ये पास्ट टेंस में ऐसे होगा, तो वॉज। ऑल द कंट्रीज प्रोड्यूस्ड, सो मैंने प्रोड्यूस्ड इसीलिए लगाया सेकंड वर्ब ताकि पास्ट टेंस का वो हो। ऑल द कंट्रीज प्रोड्यूस्ड मोर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी देन कंजम्पशन। और लेकिन एक कंट्री को छोड़ के तो क्या लिखेंगे, एक्सेप्ट वन कंट्री, जर्मनी। ओके, जर्मनी। ये अपना हुआ सेकंड पैराग्राफ। ये कौन सा हुआ, सेकंड पैराग्राफ, ठीक है। ये हुआ फर्स्ट, ये अपना इंट्रोडक्शन था, ये सेकंड हुआ। थर्ड पैराग्राफ पे चलते हैं। अब एक इसमें वो है, थर्ड पैराग्राफ के लिए आपको क्या करना है, यस, फॉर थर्ड पैराग्राफ व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू। अब इसमें 2 कैटेगरीज हैं, देखो आप 2 कैटेगरीज हैं। 5 बैंड वाले सीधा क्या लिखेंगे, वो उनको कुछ और ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आता, वो सबसे ज़्यादा समझ सब आता है बट वो मेहनत नहीं करते हैं। मतलब एक्चुअली उन लोगों के पास टाइम भी नहीं होता, बिकॉज ऑल आर वर्किंग पीपल, प्रोफेशनल्स ये सब होते हैं, तो टाइम भी नहीं रखते, वो सिंपल ही लिख कर आते हैं। तो इसमें 2 कैटेगरीज हैं। तो एक पैराग्राफ जो बॉडी पैराग्राफ जो अभी 3 आएगा, उसमें ये प्रोडक्शन के बारे में लिख देंगे, कंजम्पशन, फिर उसके आगे वाले पैराग्राफ में लिख देंगे इसके बारे में, और रैंक जैसे लिखा है वैसे के वैसे लिख के आ जाएंगे। अभी मैं दिखाती हूँ कैसे लिखते हैं वो लोग, ठीक है। तो अभी लिखेंगे, थर्ड से स्टार्ट करते हैं। इन केस ऑफ एनर्जी production, okay, in case of energy production, the first rank comma, first rank, इसको थोड़ा ऐसे कर देती हूँ, the first rank is China, okay, that, अब उनको ये पता है कि यहाँ पे डिटेल देनी है, देन दे विल पुट डिटेल्स राइटिंग दीज वर्ड्स ओवर हेयर। चाइना, डैट इज चाइना, डैट हैव लगा, हैड फर्स्ट रैंक। इन केस ऑफ एनर्जी द फर्स्ट रैंक इज, बिकॉज नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट थिंग, बट दैट हैड प्रोड्यूस्ड, और यू कैन जस्ट राइट वॉज हेयर, वॉज चाइना डैट हैड प्रोड्यूस्ड how many, like 4 5 3 9 8 बिलियन kWh। अभी मैं पूरा आपको लिख के फिर मतलब अब पूरा वो ऐसे लिख देंगे कि इस कंट्री का रैंक वाइज जैसे जैसे दिया वैसे वैसे वो लिख देंगे इसको, ओके। सो अभी मैं लिख के दिखाती हूँ। सेकंड वो क्या लिखेंगे, 10 फिर कोमा लगाएंगे या फुल स्टॉप, द सेकंड रैंक is United States, okay, United States that that had produced, पूरा उसको ऐसे ही लिखेंगे, that had produced कितना 4099 बिलियन kWh, ओके। सो ये हुआ। फिर थर्ड रैंक कंट्री, फिर थोड़ा ऐसा भी चेंज कर, द थर्ड रैंक कंट्री नेम इज रशिया, वॉज रशिया, ओके, रशिया हैविंग that had produced 1057 billion kWh, okay. So they will write like this. So I will just write it first, then I will start the camera again, just a minute.